So yes, this is what we'll be tasting. Look at that beautiful label. I'm sure Balbina will explain exactly why.
It's called V6.
Ah, there she
Hi.
is. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
I was trying to be on the money, which is, it takes me back a few years, but my previous life. But I was so excited. I'm enjoying it so much so far that it wasn't working. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me well?
We can hear you well. We can see you clearly. 10-10. Yep.
Brilliant. That's excellent. But yeah, well, thank you for having me. This is very exciting. I can see that. Yes, we share that in, and we have that in common. That Simon is the magician that helps us have our wines, or bring our wines to life in a way. Yes. And what we trying today is the Pinot Blanc 2018. Which we've got here.
Wine number 4 on your list, people?
I think 2018 was the year that everybody decided that still wine was also a good thing to have in England, because it was the year of the bumper crops everywhere. It was such a good season for everybody. But I think, it was going to be that year of trying and testing. But our first vintage was 2017. And just to give you a comparison of what the difference was between one and the other, we have a small vineyard, a micro vineyard. It's only the 2 acres of it, and it's all 100% Pinot Blanc. And the first year we produced 636 bottles. And the second year, which is this year, 2018, it was 2,500 bottles, so 4 times as much. And so it was a fantastic year. It was so good. I got all excited. The first year we did Friends and Family Harvest in 2017, and just got a few people from around here to help on the harvest. And the second year I thought, oh my God, some of you may know that I'm half Spanish and half Venezuelan, and my Venezuelan family lives in Miami at the moment, and they all booked flights to come harvest. In 2018, I was so excited. So my father is 5 brothers, so you can imagine, what was going on in the house. It was a fantastic year, and we got frost at the end of September. And I got a little bit panicky. It's one of those things that, when you get to this industry in the UK, and it's so unpredictable in a way. There is no one season that is the same as the other in a way. That I thought I just need to pick all of this. So I picked about 3 days before my whole family arrived. So we ended up having a massive barbecue with no picking anyway. But we spent about 12 hours picking the 2 acres that I had. And going back to the winery in West Sussex at Stopham, twice with a 6.5 tonner lorry. So it was an exciting year, and I think the wine reflects it in a way. It is, I don't know, if you, for me, it has this citrus aroma, and it reminds me of growing up in a way, because it reminds me of, and I think I've said this before, but it's just what it is when you have a pink grapefruit and then you cut the skin, and that aroma that comes out from the pink skin, that's the first thing that hits me. And it's acidic, but it is floral at the same time. It's a really nice first impression of the wine. And then obviously then you try it. I mean, I love it. I can't, you know, that's what I decided Pinot Blanc was going to be, the whole vineyard. But I don't know. I don't know for you. Is this like a combination of sort of stone fruit, like apricot type of fruit, and then a little bit of like pears as well, and it's so balanced. I mean, it's only 11.5% alcohol, which makes it fantastic. You know, what else can I say? But I tell you, you make me laugh again today about that expression that when you said that you were going to introduce your wine first. The Spanish expression is the translation of it. Well, the Spanish expression is el burro delante para que no se espante, which means that the donkey goes first so that he doesn't get scared. So that's the expression. And this is a little bit like me talking this way about the wine. It just feels like blowing my own trumpet or something like that. That's the English way of saying it, isn't it? What else can I say? But it's just true for me. It has that stone fruit, that pear, and what I find fascinating is that the finish is nutty, is got that cashew nuts, and I don't know whether it's the balance that it has been achieved with the acidity, and that also, you know, the wine was in tank, fermented in stainless steel tanks, but the fermentation took about 2 months to start with. There was no malolactic. It was, you know, we didn't go for malolactic because it's such a delicate grape anyway. And but then we only bottled it in September. And if you know Simon, you know, this year it's probably going to be a little bit different because you need to hurry up, and then the business has grown quite a little bit since, you know, we started. And but it was sort of like since March, he would say, we're going to bottle next week. And I'm like, no, we're not. We're going to bottle next week. No, we're not. And ended up bottling in September because you need to leave the tanks empty for the next harvest to come in. Otherwise, you don't have space. But it is. Yes, exactly. But it is, I think it's a very gastronomic wine because you can have it on its own. You can have it as a starter, then you can have it with your main as well. And it's such a balanced and well-rounded one that it just makes it easy to drink. And I just thought that Pinot Blanc is underrepresented. Probably I will regret saying this, and then now everybody starts planting Pinot Blanc in the UK. But I think it's just a little bit like the underdog, and I just like that challenge. I thought, Tom is Simon's right-hand man, and he's always said that Simon prefers a Pinot Gris as a variety, but I think the Pinot Blanc is so much more elegant in a way, and it just keeps giving as well. It's got that long finish without being abrasive, in a very elegant and delicate way, but without being undertoned. It has that richness. So I hope people like it because I absolutely adore it.
Yeah, we really love it. We're big addicts, as you know. There's a reason why we had it.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, at the moment we're sort of about to finish the pruning. I've got 3 rows to go. And I can't wait. I started pruning at the end of February, 26th of February. But it is me, myself, and I, and so I just do it in a very sort of measured way because it's quite hard work. But it is a very specialist work. It's one of the favorite things that I have about the viticulture I mean, the winemaking is magic because you can't possibly, after having taken care of all, of these vines, and I call them my babies because I haven't got children, so they're my girls. And, for such a long time. And suddenly what you do is you do the harvest, take it straight to the winery. It gets this wine in particular. We press the grapes slightly crushed and destemmed. So, but the 2020 one, we have pressed whole bunch. So it would be really interesting to see, what comes out of it and what the versatility is of the Pinot Blanc, which is what I want to bring out. I want to bring out that versatility.
But that's not going to be bottom until September.
Well, no, I probably get hurried up this year. I did say that. I saw from a couple of last week, and I said, oh well, I'm happy. There is a little bit of a problem, I think, with Brexit in terms of like maneuvering a little bit all the things that the providers from Europe and how you get all the materials that you need to finish up the wine in terms of bottles, caps, etc. So I think this year we have to be a bit more organized. But as far as I'm concerned, the longer it stays in the tank, for me, it is fine because it does have that capacity. But also, when you bottle it, you've got to let it age in the bottle as well. So, in a way, I think for me, it doesn't bother me at all that it spends a long time in the tank but it has to be the right tank. You have got to be, have to taste it and taste it and taste it again until you're happy with it. You have to let it do its thing, which is,
brilliant.
What I believe in. So
wonderful. Well, we look forward to trying it when it finally comes out.
Very much so. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for letting us try this.
Thank you. Thank you for organising it and for having me. It's brilliant. I really,
Always lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Hopefully see you again soon. And
absolutely. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Take care.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, for those of you who didn't know, Albina mentioned malolactic, which may have gone over a couple of you people's heads. So I thought I'd give you a quick lowdown on what that is. That's where it's the conversion of the slightly harsher